On this channel, we speak a lot about WWE. Now, a company that we don't speak about an awful lot is AEW. Now, someone else who doesn't talk an awful lot about AEW is WWE, except they have mentioned AEW on a number of occasions, and that is what we are going to be watching in today's video. These are every time WWE has referenced AEW on TV. But first, before we get into that though, if you are new here, make sure to go down below, drop a like and subscribe. We are on the road to 100 subscribers, so any help on that journey is greatly appreciated. But with that being said, let's get into the video.
Beat him up in the cheap seats. There's people on this side of the camera. I'll beat him up over there. I want Drew McIntyre.
His WWE career imploded because of his own bad decisions. And his career outside of WWE, well...
When we started making this thing cool again back in 2020, he was off somewhere doing a whole lot of nothing.
Welcome to the big time. Not like how I'm a joke artist, Pat. Two very different things.
Oh, pause that too early then. Guillotine, yeah, from Pat, talking about obviously the now infamous Brawl. No, it wasn't Brawl Out actually. Or was it Brawl Out? I don't know. I get confused. There were so many fights that CM Punk had in AEW. No, it was all in London when he choked out Jack Perry. Great moment, great reference. There's been some good references to AEW here. They're quite entertaining.
I feel like I'm on the main event of one of those 7-hour pay-per-views where you're just like, please get the thing over with. And don't read into that, Jesus. I meant one of ours. I was in main events of stuff that went 6-7 hours.
We appreciate you being here and, being all in. And what happened? You ran away, you started a company and a promotion that you couldn't get over in.
I make empires for billionaires. All you've ever done is steal money from their kids.
That is a very good line. It's often been discussed that AEW is kind of just like Tony Khan's way to play with toys almost, I suppose. We all grew up playing with our toy wrestlers in the rings. Tony Khan being the son of a billionaire, and granted he's a billionaire himself, he gets to do it with real wrestlers in a real ring. So, I mean, fair play to him.
Chunk of change to go join the competition. How'd that work out for you?
Don't say Vince McMahon. He will authorize me to give all of you jobs, and he will then fire you.
He can't fire me.
He will buy that pissant company just to fire you again.
The timing was deliberative, as if to remind the audience who is in charge without ever saying it outright.
You've been protected by the Shield. Hell, you almost ruined Seth Rollins. You ran Dean Ambrose out of WWE. I've now cooled down until Cliff. I have been reprimanded, but
Punk's hatred for AEW is incredible, man. I mean, the whole situation just wasn't right when Punk went to AEW. It was never a good match. And we did get some good matches out of it, to be fair. I mean, look at Punk versus John Moxley. That was a great match. Punk and MJF had a really good match as well. So there was good matches, but Punk's not an AEW guy. He is a WWE guy, like it or not. And as much as they had been at odds over the years, Punk is WWE.
Food in a company I created. Oh gosh, there's so much. I knew you weren't gonna bite on any of this stuff though.
Apparently, if you put executive vice president in front of anybody's name, they feel important.
That's such a dangerous thing to do in this industry. If you make a guarantee and you don't deliver, fans get upset. Sparks.
Jackson.
I don't think that was an AEW reference, really. Maybe I'm just not understanding the context, but that didn't seem very AEW referencey to me.
Well, many of you know this was my home during the pandemic. We made a lot of wonderful memories together.
You could sense the planning, the way each moment landed like it was meant to be remembered.
Just like me and Mox did in the Shield, the Usos are your pedestal.
It's exciting to just be able to branch out. And, I'm not going to use all the cliched terms about what door people go through or anything like that, because it's stupid and...
I do understand that a bit. I mean, the whole forbidden door cliche is a little bit cringe. That's not to say that, I don't like the idea of interpromotional matches, but going, they're entering through the forbidden door. They're different companies and they're wrestling. Like, no, it doesn't need to be that deep, if you know what I mean.
The day that you were gone, you and your little friends, you tried to tear down what I was building here. Quite frankly, you could ask me anything. You could have asked me about AEW. Hey, Sammy.
So I'm pretty sure that was the first time that AEW was ever referenced on WWE TV. And was that before the actual formation? Like, that was when it was just announced after they did that big press conference thing. I remember watching that live way back in the day. But yeah, did Sammy get heat for that? I'm sure he probably did. If I remember correctly, he did.
I went off in the distance, I smashed the throne, and the person who sits on that throne has now become my closest working ally. When Mark, Seth, and Roman would go turn to turn, beating everybody's ass.
I do find that mad that they always refer to Dean Ambrose or John Moxley as Mox in WWE now, and I kind of don't get it, because it's not like it's his real name. His real name isn't Mox. I get he goes by John Moxley now, but just call him Ambrose. That's what everyone in WWE knew him as. It does just feel a little bit like trying to get a cheap pop by saying, oh, look, I'm going to call him by the name he uses in the other company. I don't love them cheap pop moments.
Have people on other shows saying your name just to get a cheap reaction.
Booker, that's Ethan Page! Wasn't he an A?
Trick.
And WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. With who? A month away from
Did Pat just say with who?
It's Ethan Page!
I want to see that again.
Trick.
And WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. With who? A month away from her battle with Becky.
I love that. That's unreal from Pat. Oh, when are we going to get Buddy back in WWE, man? He is genuinely, like, as far as, like, a smaller guy goes, well, he's jacked now. He was always jacked, but he's huge now. He would be a believable smaller guy as a world champion, 100%.
After nearly 40 years, the great Sting has retired from professional wrestling. Congratulations to Sting.
Absolutely epic match last. Boo-hoo, cry me a river, you big Scottish baby.
I don't think that was an AEW reference. If it is, I'm not getting it. But yeah, this I can see on screen now. I won't have panned into my face for this one. Also, my camera's shaking. I'm sure you can see that. Yeah, Drew McIntyre posted a photo of him and Jack Perry at a time. I wonder if it'll show it in the video. Maybe not.
We're stirring things up on social media this past week, bringing up some things from CM Punk's past.
Because I can separate business from personal. Can you? Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
Clips replay.
Okay, I don't think that's a reference to AEW. Unless it is and I'm just not getting it. I'm not seeing the AEW reference there.
It later only reinforced how deliberative the teasing had been.
You don't get to take a sledgehammer to the throne and then come back and try to take that throne from me.
In case it doesn't work out here, you could always go back. Oh, never mind. We both know you burnt every bridge, don't we?
Who would feel comfortable
It is true.
working with somebody who randomly just punches people in the face backstage? You just can't be doing stuff like that. That's insane.
I loved that reference. That was unreal. That was when Punk first returned, and I loved it.
The message was clear. Some gestures can say more than words ever could, and WWE made sure everyone saw it.
He also quit New Japan Pro Wrestling. You quit Ring of Honor. This man right here helped start up a company, and you quit it too.
Seems like you guys are in a good place.
Let's just go back. Look at them four. I mean, Cody Rhodes, Shawn Spears, Ethan Page, Lexis King, or Brian Pillman Jr. To say that they were all in AEW and now, well, I wouldn't necessarily say Shawn Spears is thriving, but I mean, I'm just happy they're all in or back in WWE. I think it's the right place for them.
Seems like you guys are in a good place.
You created a lot of disenfranchised fans who made it easy for me to pack up and go elsewhere and say, hey, look at me.
And that's it from today. Watch more videos.
Well, let's wrap up this video. I mean, look how much my camera's moved since the start of this video. It's still, what am I doing here? We need to up the production values at Joe Hall Wrestling Studios. So the way to do that is by liking and subscribing. Make sure you go and do that if you are new here. And also drop a comment and let me know, do you like the references made to each company? Because I'm kind of, I don't know how I feel about it, so I want to get your opinions on it. That is it, though, for today's video, and I will see you all next time.